Alright, in this video I'm going to be breaking down the best ad I have made to date for one of my done for you clients, Jack Roberts. I'm going to be breaking down the psychology behind it, why I put what where, and this isn't just a usual ad, like this is genuinely using all the psychological biases I know, using all of these, advanced techniques, which I'm going to break down for you in this video. So you can see early stage, he's paying $1.20 per follower, already getting a bunch of followers come through. And this is the same methodology we're using here on my business partner's account to get a ton of qualified followers come through, right? This guy paid us, bang. So many people here we're booking calls with. This guy we're going to close. And another cool example right here is Lyndon, right? Lyndon, when he followed us from our ad, right? Went from the ad into the ecosystem, right? Where he's seen the stories, the reels, the YouTube, he's seeing all these different nurture mechanisms that when we have an appointment setter of ours reach out to him and use leverage one-to-one human connection, he replies. Bang, you can see right here. Opener, follow-up, replied. Bang. And now the appointment setter goes through the setting process using pre-recorded voice notes to really mimic one-to-one human connection, which is the first subconscious bias of the video, cognitive bias, where it's literally trust. It's one-to-one human connection. If this is one-to-one, it's going to be 10 times better for conversions than sending people to a VSL or a landing page, because he's literally talking to our appointment setter who he thinks is us, sending entire voice notes for 30 plus seconds. Like, it's crazy, right? So then he basically got set for a call. You can see right here, let's do Monday, actually Tuesday or Wednesday. Jumped on the call, lay down. He paid in full in 15 minutes for $9,600 US. So this is the exact methodology, right? We're running an ad to get followers. The followers are in this ecosystem where they're seeing our stories, our reels, our YouTube content. And within these things, what are they seeing? They're seeing case studies, right? They're seeing value. They're seeing messaging, right? They're seeing all these different things to warm them up, nurture them, and set the stage for this appointment setter to reach out and book them into a lay down sales call where once again, they're going to pay with a high CC, a high cash collection rate. So I'm going to be breaking down the open loop ad. Unfortunately, I can't break down the closed loop ad just because, I know free value is important on YouTube, but I'm not willing to give away like the crazy sauce. So you can see right here, we are using what I call the AIDA copywriting formula. So AIDA stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. So right here, we grab attention with, after closing $3.1 million for Charlie Morgan, and we tag Charlie Morgan and talking to 4,161 infopreneurs. So this is the attention line, right? What are we doing? We're saying the ICP, which is infopreneurs. We're saying an amount of money. We're saying a person in the space who everyone knows for authority. And we basically set the stage that, look, I've spoken to all these people. I know what the space is like. Now we move on to interest, where we say right here, I noticed a simple but deadly mistake almost all of them are actively making that no one's talking about. Now we have a photo here of Jack and Charlie Morgan and a screenshot of like the spreadsheet to show how many calls he took and how much money he made for proof, for authority. This line here for interest is only legit if it has that authority. And the interest continues. You see they already had, and right here for interest, we're kind of going through pain points and then agitation. So you can see right here, we're going through, look, these people already had all these different things, enough sales calls, enough leads, good delivery, and then we're agitating it. They're stuck under 50K a month. So now we're kind of transitioning to the desire part right here, where what we're doing, and pay attention here, is we're taking the blame away from them. We're taking the blame away from them being stupid or dumb, and we're blaming it on something else. Them just not knowing a simple skill, a simple, easy skill, right? And now we're adding legitimacy to that skill by saying Charlie was obsessed with mastering. And now from here, we said that single-handedly allowed him to, and once again, here we're getting to the desirable part. Allowed him to scale faster without fulfillment breaking, collect more cash up front, and increase his ROAS without booking more sales calls. So now we have the desirable part here, and now we have like the case study part, which is kind of an extension on desire. This skill also took X, so this is a really cool technique you should use in any other ad. The unique mechanism took X number of ICP to desired outcome in time. Now the reason why this works so well is because it's authority, right? You helped X of those people. So if you've helped a lot of people do a certain thing, then there's a lot of legitimacy to what you say. Now we're saying ICP, so it's like there's no excuses, it's not any different to them. And then we say desired outcome, and then we just have a ton of proof. More screenshots, the better. Now I want to get specific. So and then we have case studies where we show a person's profile picture, their name, where they were, where they went to in X time, and proof. And we do that 3 times. Remember, guys, number 3 is the number of marketing, right? Why? Because the human brain remembers 3s better than it remembers any other number. And so if you use the number 3, whether you're describing benefits, whether you're describing whatever, just use the number 3. You can see right here, right? 3. So you can see 3 right here. You can see 3 right here. You can see that up here, what do I do again? 3. You can see right here, 3. So number 3 is the most important number to use in marketing, all right? So use the number 3, and people just remember. And when people remember something, it's top of mind. And so when they think, oh, I need someone to help me with my sales, you're top of mind. When they see another ad, they've already seen you before, so they're more likely to listen, right? Now we come to the CTA. So if you want to learn unique mechanism that helped X ICP get desired outcome, this is like a really important way to do a CTA. It's like literally unique mechanism helped a certain number of your ICP get the desired outcome. And now right here, we're doing something called like a, what's it called? Loss aversion. So right here, we're using loss aversion before it costs you even more dream clients. Because now it's not just like about scaling to 100K a month in 30 days. It's about stopping something losing you a ton of money. And it's kind of framed that it's already lost them money. See, even more. So go to my profile and drop me a follow. I'll show you for 100% free. So now this comes to the no-brainer part of the CTA, where we say, take this action and I'll show you. And then we have like the benefits stack here for 100% free. This is the beauty of running a follower funnel. It's free. There's not even a time commitment needed. So it's a no-brainer CTA, which means that anyone's going to take the action right here. And then we're just kind of showing it. We're showing what they need to do live. They just go here and they click follow, bang, and there's a ton of valuable content on there. So that's kind of the overview. Now I want to kind of go over it once more and just get more in depth for you, right? So AIDA is like the copywriting framework that I want you guys to start thinking in, because I know there's so many others. I know there's stuff like Paso and whatever. Like, this is the best format because this format has every other format like kind of built under it. So for example, with Paso, it's like you capture attention with the problem, you kind of build interest by agitating, then the solution and outcome is covered right here, and then you have like a CTA at the end of it. So every single different copywriting framework falls under AIDA. So use AIDA in any ad that you make because it's more powerful, it's more flexible, and allows you to make stuff like this. I'm also using different colors. You can see here, for problems, I'm using like negative colors, or I'm using like danger associated colors. For solutions, I'm using green. I'm using like a color to kind of represent growth and like gain. Same sort of thing here, right? In the CTA, red to show that it's cost them something, right? Red is like blood, and then green right here. So that's kind of a breakdown. Also, a really important thing is to actually show the proof. Like, the more you can show, the better in any sort of ad, right? Because you can say something, but saying something doesn't really mean anything. You need to show. Show, don't tell. That's like the biggest thing when it comes to ads. That's a good rule that I go about for everything. You can see right here, I'm not just saying I closed for Charlie Morgan. I'm not saying my client closed for Charlie Morgan. I'm showing it, and I'm showing the stats. I'm showing everything I say. I'm proving it. And let me go and zoom out a little bit. Let me talk about overall, okay? So overall, what we've done here is a trend. A trend is a format of an ad, okay? So a trend right here is a format, and a format is like the actual way an ad is packaged. So you might be wondering, like, why are we using a Miro board? Because it's a trend. There's a lot of Miro board videos trending right now. What you're watching right now is a Miro board video. So we're taking the trend and we're packaging the principles of advertising into it. The AIDA principle is being packaged right into this. Hope that makes sense. So that said, that's a breakdown of the ad. Look, I'm making daily YouTube videos breaking down how I make $80,000 a month from my coaching business with advertising, with marketing at 16 years old. So if you want to see exactly how I'm doing it and, just get on a similar level, or whether you're even ahead and you just want to kind of see what's working right now, because I work with a large number of people in the info space and I'm knowing exactly what's working, what's not, then go ahead, subscribe to me here on YouTube, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.